beautiful day out here, and we're on the studios of Spice the Marriage Show, where we'll be discussing everything relationship and marriage. And I am Regina Dopesi. Today on the program, we'll be discussing what keeps a man or takes a man out of his relationship or marriage. Well, it is said every man needs peace, every man needs happiness in his home. But it is also said that whatever you need, whatever you want, you have to work on it. Nothing good comes easy. I have some wonderful guests in the house today that will be taking us through the walls of what it takes a man to be in their relationship or their marriage. But let's see what the people out there has to say when it comes to a man staying in his relationship or marriage. We'll be right back.
We want to know wetin go fit keep man for a relationship or wetin go carry and come up for that relationship.
When you are not sincere to each other,
it's commitment, original commitment.
Different people with different opinions. You heard all what they say about a man staying in his relationship or staying out of his marriage. It is said nothing good comes easy. Whatever you need and you need right, you need to work on it and make it success. Like I said, I have some wonderful guests in the house today that will be talking to us about what it takes a man to be in a relationship or marriage, or what takes him out of his relationship or marriage. On my right, I have Mr. Ibrahim Umaru Abdullahi, CEO Kingi Investment, and also a businessman. You're welcome to Spice the Marriage.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for coming. And also I have Mr. Fajilo Adlele, aka King Faj. He's a musician and also the president of Abuja Resident Musician Association. You're welcome to Spice.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. And I also have in the house Mr. Mohammed Karim. He's an actor and PA practitioner. You're welcome to Spice the Marriage Show.
You're welcome.
Thanks for coming. This is Spice the Marriage Show. We discuss everything relationship and marriage. And on our topic today, like I said earlier on, what keeps a man or takes a man outside his relationship? A lot of times you men complain that yes, we women, we are just full of trouble. That you going outside, you doing anything you're doing, it's about our attitude, the things we do and the things we don't even do. So I would like to know from you people, what is that thing that will make you stay in your relationship or marriage? Or what's that thing that also push you outside? I want to start with Mr. Ibrahim. What do you have to say?
Thank you very much for having me on the program. A lot of things are involved. But first, personally, I want to go to the religious aspect of it. If a woman has a fear of God and she's loyal, I think it will really keep the man closer to her. Yeah, the man can be a bit rough, kind of, but she can bring him back. If she showed him, she's like a mother to him. She's like a mother to him. When he's going astray, she talks to him. But she has to be, to me, she has to be very religious. She has to know about her religion and God. Because you see, if you have the fear of God, there are a lot of things that you're going to discover. You could be a Christian or a Muslim, it does not matter. But in our religion, a lot of how do I put it? Emphasis, on marriage. So if she, as the woman of the house and also the mother of the house, if she knows more about her religion and her God, she will know how to bring down the man home.
Okay, it's also said oftentimes that no man wants a woman, a mother hen around him. Mother, of course, fine, they have a mother outside, but a woman that is coming to be a wife shouldn't act like a mother. I don't know if I'm correct, Mr. Karim.
Well, to an extent, yes, but Basically, let me borrow from what you just said just now. Every man in this world is different from another. Just like they say, as our faces differ, so our thoughts and aspirations and problems differ. So one thing that will be another man's problem might just be what you want as a man. Basically, like somebody like me, you do very little to keep me at home. Because I might not be that kind of a person that really likes going out and all those things. I'm a shy person naturally. So and I don't like being shouted at, or I don't like nagging women. Once you nag, you definitely will put me off. There are so many men out there, after doing one thing or the other outside, you come back home, you were supposed to come to a warm embrace of a woman, but by the time you come home and somebody is telling you problems. Yes, problems are meant to be solved when they are being told, but when you depends on how you present them. If you present problems to somebody in a rash way, definitely that person will behave rashly to you. And again, it all has to do with understanding. You must understand each other. You must know when your man needs to be talked to. You two as a man have a very big role to play, because I don't belong to that school of thought that always feel the woman is the mother of the house, so every shit that comes to always be on her. You as the man that is the head of the house must have a very big role to play as a father, because what you give him is what you take out. If you are nice to your wife will be nice to you.
Okay, King Paj, what do you have to say?
Yeah, I told my friends have really spoken about that. The fact is that I want to this very point pinpoint like 2 or 3 areas. The first is understanding. And second is the attitude of women. See, once you are married, you'll be tying wrapper at home. 24 hours. You want to go and fetch your dad, you will tie wrapper on the chest. What is happening to the bikinis at home and all the bum short at home?
Yeah.
You know, if we go outside, we see all these things, and we see ugly ladies, they wear those things, and we admire them. And our wives at home are more beautiful.
They're not wearing it.
Yes, they're not wearing it.
They mama nice.
Yes, we need to see those things at home when we are eating. Oh boy, let me get this thing. You know, this kind of a point, you know, you'll be attracted to there's some women again want to sleep with the husband. They wear on a jeans or tight. For what? You know, there are little things that people are not really talking about, because we are carried away with religion in this part of the world. You see, the fact is that once a woman understands you, like my friend earlier said, you have a smooth running of your home. The first is understanding. Love is secondary, because the love can change. If your 6-pack is gone already, or 8-pack is gone, then
it has become one cake.
Yes, you become one cake with one. Now you no longer look attractive to your wife again. And so, but I must advise women, please make your man the best man for you. If he's not performing well in all areas, you can boost him up. Spice him up with everything. If he gets tired on time, you know the kind of exercise you should give him, so that, you know, men like people who encourage them. And some men will say, is that guy not your mate? You entered our Buja before him, so now he's riding the Bugatti, and you are still here with this your Reketika. You know, those kind of a thing.
Yeah, puts one out.
Yes.
You need a whole lot of
And comparing a man with another.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of times, just like you talked about understanding and the way women act in the house. Now, what if the woman is doing all of this thing? What about the man? What is the man's role in all of this? Because sometimes the women, they try as much as they can to like put all of this in place. Now you as the man, what do you give in? What are your roles? What are those things that you feel you're doing and the women are not saying? Because in most cases, maybe you like, every man feels she's supposed to understand. She's supposed to know. She's supposed to like feel this thing, that this thing is supposed to be like this. Inside, we talk inside ourselves.
Yes.
Not as in not allowed, but we think with that talking, we're talking inside. We are still telling ourselves that, oh, she's supposed to understand what I am talking about. Well, that thing you're saying is inside of you. So what are those things that you feel you want her to understand deep inside you that you cannot say out?
You see, I strongly believe that communication matters a lot in a relationship.
Some men don't like talking.
Yes.
I don't
Some
think
men
so.
don't like talking.
I don't think so.
Some men don't like
Communication
talking.
matters a lot.
I don't agree totally with what you said that some men don't like talking. You see, no man or woman is a soothsayer to know what you have in your mind.
Yeah.
It is what you tell me that can react to. So if you have something bothering you, the mode of presentation is what matters.
Yes.
That was why I told you the very first time that it doesn't really matter if there is a problem, but how did you present that problem? You might have been at home, maybe I come home now, you're my wife and you have pains all over you. I'm expecting that, okay, by the time I get home, I'm supposed to make food on the table. And because that pain is still in you, as I come here, honey, how are you doing? Is my food ready? How can I cook when I'm sick? I mean, it could have been, I have this pain. So we are human, for God's sake.
Yeah, sure.
If my wife tells me something is paining, I cook at home. I enjoy doing it. But some men will come home and sit down and expect. I don't have a special plate that food is served to me. I go to the kitchen, serve my food. That's how I want to live my life. But some other men are there that want to come home, sit down, the cup that the breadwinner uses to drink water, nobody uses it. The plate that they use, are you a deity? Yeah, because I really don't understand.
Well, like for me, you see, I've discovered that there is something in life. What actually work for one,
There's no one for the other.
Okay.
a relationship can different all over the world. All over the world. And so you can't compare it because
I agree to every relationship is different, but there is a particular thing I think most men are just not doing, or they are doing, or doing it the wrong way.
What is
we're
that?
going to talk about it today. We are going to go into all those because a lot of people out there want to know what it takes for a man to stay in a relationship. We're going to go on break now, and when we come back, in fact, I'm going to start with you because we want to open up. So let's go on break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Before we went to break, King Fad was trying to tell us something. He wants to open up what is that thing that will make a man stay in a relationship. So, King Fad, open up.
the first thing is that you always hear husband love your wife. Wife,
Submissive.
be submissive. Every part, all of you have. And now, in my own experience, at the time, to know you say, you only have the sex on Monday.
Oh, you had timetable.
I was like, is this real? They told me. I said, okay. But I was just patient to see how everything will play out. It was not fun at all. Say, okay, you know that after work I will be very tired. Then I began to have the sense that if this thing is not working, you see, what all of us are really trying to just, is to try to pretend that we can mend some things. There are some relationships that we can't mend it. And if you get to that level, that is when all these are the flaws. Two of us had started saying now we started explaining. The first thing is that if a relationship is meant to be, whatever offense I commit is right.
I don't buy
And
that.
if the relationship is meant to be,
I don't buy
whatever
that.
comes.
Yes, see, if relationship is meant to be, you don't see all these.
You don't say what.
No, your friends will say, are you blind? Can't you see? Your guy is cheating on you. Say, really will change. But if that relationship is staggering, you see,
Something makes it to start.
come.
You see, in fact, I don't agree with you totally. Because
But you agree small.
I agree small to an extent, but I don't agree with you totally. Because normally in relationship, you see, one of the major things that I feel we don't do right in a relationship, especially as a married couple, is first, do you even know who you are marrying before you delve into that marriage? Have you even asked yourself that, is this the right person for me in the first? It's not about love. It's not about she's very beautiful. Because whether a woman is just like a flower. At the very early stage, you see she's glowing. When it gets to a stage, you have some women after dropping one, they turn into a yapati. The onus is on that woman to return herself to what she was. Then also, the man should understand that you are growing old. You should not look at your wife as a baby-making machine. You should look at your wife as a life partner. What were those things you were doing that spiced up the relationship before you got married? Were you taking her out for sports? Were you taking her out to places? Were you people always together? Were you people jumping from one club to another? But by the time you got married now, the woman will now go back home. I'm now the owner of this house, so this is my husband. It now becomes a thing of, okay, king and queen. You have your bounds. For God's sake, when you were dating, you had sex anywhere in the house.
Yes.
But because you are married now, it's only Mama Teresa and Papa Teresa that you do one style. For God, that cannot spice up a marriage. You must always do those things that make this thing tick. For God's sake, that was why I liked this comedian. What was that his name again? This very dark comedian that said, Gordons, yes. Gordon said it all. And for God's sake, you know, women, there is a way they do their things. They always want more. These are the same women that said, before there were nothing like beards, we were not keeping beards. They started liking guys they started from guys with 6 packs. My guy must be tall, handsome, 6 packs, this and that. Everybody went to gym. We gym. Some even had 8 packs. Before you know it, these same women came again. I like my guy to have beards. Everybody started growing beards. It now turned into beard gang. Before you knew it again, my guy, even if he's dark, I like him to have red, pink lips, this and that. That was where some people now started enjoying themselves. You go and buy very strong bleaching brush. Instead of brushing your teeth, you are brushing your lips. I mean, these are all the things that happen. These things were not there before. In days of old, you see guys, they clean shave, that's the one they like. At the time, people will come out and say, man, my guy should be fat. There are still some customs in this country that some women will have to enter fatting room for a period of time where they don't walk. They have to grow fat before they now say their husbands are taking care of them. I think those people in River State or thereabout.
This is something.
All these things, they change from time to time. That's why we need communication. We need to communicate. We need to understand each other. What you like today might not be what you like tomorrow. So I have to look for a way. This thing is symbiotic in nature. You rub my hand, I rub your hand. That's the only way these things can work.
We've been talking about communication. Now, like I said before we went to the break, there are some men, I'm not saying all men, there are some men that don't like to talk. They don't like to engage themselves with their wife talking about issues. Instead they'll say, oh, let's start figuring it out. In most cases, there are some men like that. It's true.
Wow.
There are some men, they don't want to talk. They only feel that my wife should know I don't like this. My wife should understand this. My wife should understand this.
Is your wife a native doctor? You should say, how will she know what's in your mind? How can she figure out what she doesn't know?
Please tell me.
See,
There's some men.
yeah,
like
I believe, like I keep emphasizing on this communication and religion. There are ways you can talk to your husband without talking to him like physically. Yeah. I woke up And then I woke up one morning and my wife is texting me on the wall. I read it. It's like my advice. Because she knew that I'm this kind of man that sometimes you know I don't want to know. She just wrote it down. And I saw it. And it touched me. You see, you need to study marriage. You need to study your husband. You know when he wants to talk and when he doesn't want to talk. There are times you don't want to. So as a wife, you must know the right time to talk to your husband. Yes, that's why I said communication matters a lot.
Your communication is one way.
It's one way.
No.
Because one way, all you're saying now is that the wife must know when the man.
Yeah. Because
The man too should know when the woman wants to talk.
that's what I'm saying.
That's what
That's what I'm saying. It has to come together. You have to know yourselves. You understand me?
Yeah.
But then, we say the man is the head of the house. That's what
And the woman is the what? Is the neck.
No, let's say the man is the head of the house.
And the woman is the
And the
neck.
woman is the mother of the house.
No, the neck.
That is how it is. The woman is the neck, and the
the neck
head
is
cannot stand on a vacuum.
Yeah.
It must stand on the head.
So now,
Either you move your head like this, it's the neck that helps you
Try.
down.
Try.
So that is why the woman, see,
like she was
some
saying,
people say
there are
I'm
men
gender
that-
sensitive,
There are
and
men that doesn't
I
want-
always.
There are men that, like you said, there are some men that doesn't want to talk. So what will she do?
That is where the problem is, because most
You have to
some
find a
men,
way. You have to find a way to communicate.
Okay. I want to say something. You see, this very advice is for young ladies and young guys who are aspiring to get married. At the beginning of the relationship, what you know you cannot continue,
Don't start it.
don't even start it. Because why? This is where the major problem lies.
Yes, I agree with you.
This is where the major problem lies. Don't worry, baby. Before she went to the kitchen, you are there already. And you carried everything. Before she go to that, you carried the bag. She want to go to that, oh no, you're okay. Then after the marriage, you no longer do the then she say, oh, this guy don't change you.
Yeah.
That means from that moment, you've sowed a seed of this world already. And so, at the beginning of every relationship matters.
Yeah.
I experienced it. And now, it's then I knew people really can pretend for 15 years.
Yes.
They can
Yeah.
pretend.
Let me just add to what you're saying.
Exactly.
You know,
it's interesting.
Yeah,
in some
exactly.
very situations, you know, there are some men,
They can lie.
Mm.
Putting yourself where you are not. Because I've seen a very beautiful woman I want to marry. I would like to have that my father is the governor, he owns CPM, he owns National Stadium. I will so paint myself to be what I'm not. A few years into the marriage, the woman discovers that I'm not that. What you have just succeeded in doing as a man is bringing out that devil in
Yes, sir.
someone.
Yes.
Because whether you like it or not,
Exactly.
every man or every woman has a very dark spot in his or her mind.
Exactly.
It is when you bring it out. To add to what you just said, that aspect of you have to know your partner very well. At every point in time, before you get into marriage, whether we like it or not, that my wife is a nagging woman today. She was a nagging girl.
Yes.
My husband lies so much. He was a lying boy. My husband womanizes. Those days you were dating, he was looking at your friend.
Yes.
And you didn't see anything wrong with it because he was always bringing the money, was taking you places. He probably was the first person that took you on a flight abroad. So you didn't see all those things. Those things, those bad behavior that comes out in marriage are always there from the very, very beginning.
Yes.
It's not that you are
I
too
think
blind
we are
to see
digressing.
them.
We're talking about what keeps the man.
We are saying, these are the things that keeps the man.
What keeps the man?
Those things that will
What
make
will
the man
what will the
angry.
man do that keeps the man, right?
What will the woman do
Just
that
go
keeps
put
the
that
man?
fire now.
Those things that will make the man want to go away are those things that were there before.
You saw
That
this.
you never saw. Those seed, any seed you sow was always germinated.
Yes, you
And
saw
when
it.
it germinates, it starts growing. It is not the job, I don't believe it's the job of the woman to keep the man.
Yes.
It is the job of both parties.
Yeah, sure.
You strive to make a relationship work. For God's sake, we came from different backgrounds.
Yeah.
You might be an Edo man, the other man the woman might be an Igbo man. They have their own culture, you have your own culture. And for God's sake, that woman you are even marrying, she did not leave her father's house to come and beg you to come and marry her. It is you that took your 2 legs, went to her, first begged her to fall in love with you, carried yourself, went to the parents' house, begged the parents, even begged friends to help you talk to her to marry you. And by the time she comes to your house, you are not expecting that she will be the one to beg you. No, it doesn't work now. When with that music now it mix all of a sudden, and you now be the one that will now be on top, and you now want the woman
Okay,
to be at the background.
let's not digress.
You see, I want to say something first. You see, in some home, you see women now bringing in all their relations, mother, the grandmother, and the sister, all living in one man's house because the guy is rich. Now he cannot come back to something. He cannot be free in his own house.
But some men don't mind. They mind. I think most men mind. That's a very, very good point. Because even in that kind of relationship, any problem you have with your spouse,
in your living room,
if you are able to solve that problem, just like what you said just now, maybe it was even a quarrel, and she knows you don't like me talking because she tasted something. No other person saw that. But if any slight thing you call your mother, my husband is doing this, doing that. By the time you are forgiving your husband, your mother has not forgiven your husband.
yes.
So that is why it is very, very pertinent that whatever problem it is in the family, before it escalates, try as much as possible to suppress it and solve it amongst the two of you that it happens.
Just like they've all said, marriage is about give and take. Even relationship is work. Marriage is work. It is what you give in, that is what you get out. Every woman out there, you've heard what they've said. You have to be faithful. You have to be there for your man. You have to be consistent to what you're doing, and whichever way, you know the things your man wants and the things he doesn't like, you stay out of it and stay out of trouble. I don't know much about all of it. They've said so much, and I believe you out there, you've picked 1 or 2 things out of what they have said. If you have any question or any contribution on today's topic, you can email us on spicethemarriageshow@gmail.com or send us a text message on any of the numbers scrolling on your screen right now, or follow us on any of our social media platforms. We want to say a very big thank you for staying there and watching. We will bring a very fresh and beautiful package also next week for you. Just stay tuned. Whenever you see Spice, just turn on the TV. But Spice will always say something. Whatever it takes in your relationship, you alone can face it. I'm Regina Jokosi.